celebrating the century.
You know, the grave is only getting the body. His spirit will live on forever.
Remembering the life of the 39th President of the United States. Here comes the cold.
We ask that you take steps to prepare yourself.
A monster winter storm is set to hit the country. And open for business.
It is safe to come to our wharf.
The reopening of the Santa Cruz Wharf after its collapse. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Anthony Cruz.
And I'm Valentina Gaspari. Thank you for joining us today. Today is Monday, January 6, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
The state of Georgia mourning the loss of President Jimmy Carter, whose remarkable legacy is a tale of two halves. Tributes to the Georgia peanut farmer turned 39th president and humanitarian began on Saturday in Atlanta with a state funeral.
And CNN's Ivan Rodriguez has more on how Carter's life is being honored until his body is flown to D.C. tomorrow.
The life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter honored in a state funeral Saturday. The Carter family traveling with the motorcade from Phoebe Sumter Medical Center to his historic boyhood farm in Plains, Georgia, where the National Park Service Honor Guard rang the famous farm bell 39 times, a nod to him being the 39th president. Carter grew up in the town of Plains. He became governor and was elected president in 1976. He was a one-term president, losing re-election to Republican Ronald Reagan in 1980. But it was his post-presidency years that laid the foundation for his legacy.
I want everybody to understand that, you know, the grave is only getting the body. His spirit will live on forever, and the legacy that he left behind will live forever.
The motorcade brought his body to the Carter Center that he and his late wife Rosalind founded in 1982 in Atlanta to promote peace, democracy, human rights, and economic and social development all over the world. At a short service there, his son honored them both.
He was an amazing man, and he was held up and propped up and soothed by an amazing woman. And the two of them together changed the world. And it was an amazing thing to watch from so close and to be able to be involved in. And I thank you for your service.
In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
President Biden goes to New Orleans today to attend a vigil in honor of those who were killed and injured during the New Year's Day vehicle attack. A truck rammed into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street early Wednesday morning, leaving 14 people dead and dozens more injured. Authorities say the suspect, Shamsud Din Jabbar, acted alone in the attack, carrying an ISIS flag in his truck. President Biden is expected to speak during the vigil.
And millions of Americans are impacted by a massive winter storm this morning. Heavy snow and ice are causing dangerous travel conditions as millions of people head home. CNN's Jen Sullivan is tracking these storms.
A monster winter storm bearing down on millions of Americans. The powerful weather system stretching across at least a dozen states from Kansas to the East Coast. Nearly 70 million people are under winter alerts with blizzard-like conditions, dangerous ice, and wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour.
It's rapidly coming down, getting worse.
This Kansas Highway Patrol trooper telling drivers to stay home. He shared this terrifying photo of a car smushed between two semis, and these photos of near whiteout conditions on Interstate 135.
There are some really bad conditions out here. There's a lot of snow, significant amount of snow.
In multiple cars and semis spinning out on the icy roads in Missouri. The Missouri Department of Transportation warning drivers not to travel.
We ask that you take steps to prepare yourself.
In Kentucky, state police sharing this photo of a mangled patrol car that was hit on I-65. The treacherous weather coming as millions of Americans return home from the holidays. As of Sunday afternoon, FlightAware reporting more than 1,000 flights canceled and more than 3,100 delayed across the U.S.
It's going to be that coating of ice first, then the snow is going to come down on top of it for some of these places, which makes it even more dangerous because you simply cannot see it.
It's not just the Central Plains and Mid-Atlantic experiencing horrific weather. In the South, 22 million people are under the risk of severe storms, including tornadoes. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
The Santa Cruz Municipal Wharf in Northern California reopened Saturday. As CNN's Brooke Canebrew reports, the reopening means nearly 24 businesses can open their doors once again.
First and foremost, today, what we want to do is let you know, let the community know, let people all over Northern California know it is safe to come to our wharf.
The Santa Cruz Wharf welcoming visitors on Saturday morning after being closed for nearly 2 weeks following the partial collapse of a 150-foot section under construction just days before Christmas. City leaders, wharf employees, and locals coming together to celebrate its reopening.
We have had folks who are professionals in this field take a look at the entire wharf from beginning to end, from wall to wall, side to side.
The temporary closure of the wharf impacting more than 20 businesses and hundreds of employees.
You have the initial shock and your initial concern is, are the employees safe? Are the guests on the wharf safe? You just don't know what's going on.
Gilda Seafood Restaurant is thankful to be open again and appreciates the support from the community.
People messaging, sending messages out and thinking of you, I think it just means a lot. It means that you are making a difference in the community, whether it's just serving good food and putting a smile on somebody's face and making their day better.
Steve Tedesco, a Santa Cruz local, was at the wharf on the morning of the collapse. He's glad to return to his routine of visiting multiple times a week.
If I come out every day, it's always something a little bit newer. It's nice to come out at sunset. I like to come out first thing in the morning. But it's just a nice place to walk around. It's particularly when there's nobody out here. Early in the morning when there's nobody here, it's just a very relaxing, refreshing place.
Elon Musk is expanding his internet portfolio this morning. Starlink, the billionaire entrepreneur's Wi-Fi service, will soon launch on United Airlines flights. United will begin testing Starlink next month. Its first commercial flight with the service will take off this spring. United's Mileage Plus members will have free access to the Wi-Fi amenity, including access to streaming services, shopping, gaming, and other products.
Trouble in paradise as another Miami sports star says he wants out.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Them something to learn, but they're going to have a lot.
And a 14-year-old basketball sensation giving back. Who knows, Vale, she might get a roster spot on the Heat. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Courting change, a teen using her love of basketball to make a difference for kids in need. Live Harness started a basketball program in Utah.
As KSL 5's Kara Bracken reports, this opportunity allows foster kids to show off their skills.
These kind of skills don't happen overnight.
Basketball is for everyone.
Liv Harness, 14 years old, has grown up around basketball. Between a natural talent and the commitment, she's made a name for herself on social media, inspiring thousands of others with her passion and ball handling. Today, she's taking what she knows on the court to 100 kids in Utah foster care.
Giving them something to learn, but they're going to have a lot of fun.
Feel like a normal kid on a normal day.
Lindsay Kading with Raise the Future says this camp goes beyond the court.
A lot of kids in foster care don't always have the same opportunities as other kids. They don't always have the opportunity to play organized sports and go to clinics such as this.
Once the buzzer sounds.
And I hope they leave tired. I hope they leave and they've just had like the best experience and just really feel that their community is behind them.
Maybe even taking home a trick or two.
They might be. They could be, yeah.
I'm Kara Bracken for KSL 5 News.
The Dolphins' playoff hopes hung in the balance till yesterday. And well, there's always next year. After a solid performance in Cleveland last week, backup quarterback Tyler Huntley led a sloppy offense, throwing 2 picks himself. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns to what could have been his last dance, leading the Jets to a 32-20 win. The story of the night, though, was Tyreek Hill saying, quote, "I'm out," to reporters post-game.
In one of his last acts as President of the United States, Joe Biden awarded 19 people with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Among some of the recipients were former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, basketball legend Magic Johnson, and Hollywood star Denzel Washington. In a statement, the White House called the 19 recipients great leaders who have made America a better place. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Anthony Cruz. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.